Welcome back to Do Not Take This Cat Home. Frankly, I'm a little upset. You want to know why? You want to know why? Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. I already filmed this, and I was getting ready to wrap it up, and what did my computer do? It decided to completely stop my recording out of nowhere and delete all of the footage. So all that I had was this. And obviously that has no gameplay, so we get to do it all again. See, endings. I'm gonna prove this to y'all right now. See, remember how I got ending 0? Let me scroll. I also got ending 14, Bath Hater, ending 15. I was on my way to get another one whenever it stopped. So, for reference, I in fact did get ending 15 and ending 14. Yippee for me. To catch y'all up to speed, because I don't think I can do anything to go back to the beginning of this. Basically, when I started this again, instead of raining, it was a beautiful sunny day, and I picked up the cat again because it seemed familiar to me whenever I picked up this cat. Okay, backstory, lore drop. My little noggin here was telling me, hey, why do I recognize this cat? I picked up the cat and I took it home again because there are new possibilities now. So, for you, I will go back and I will get these endings again. That's about as good as I can do for y'all. Blame my computer. We took the cat back home. Do something with the cat. Like what? Clean the cat. Upon giving it a second look, you realize the cat isn't exactly clean. Not surprising, since up until now you brought it home, it's been sitting in a dirty old box, in an alley full of scattered garbage, for who knows how long. You've heard that cats can keep themselves clean, but maybe this is one of those times a little human help couldn't hurt. You head into the bathroom and set things up, trying to remember how to wash a cat. You're definitely no expert, but you think the best way to get a cat clean would be... And here are the two endings. So, carefully, we'll do that first, because I did that first last time. You think careful is the way to go. Cats aren't always fond of water, but you doubt it'll be a fan of an excessive amount of it. So you pick the cat up and place it gently in the sink before turning on the water. The cat is startled, but ultimately doesn't try to run away. Nice. You lather your hands with some soap and carefully give the cat a thorough half scrub, half massage. After a few minutes, you rinse the cat completely and gather it up in a blanket, drying it. Then you take a brush and carefully run it through the cat's fur. The cat seems like it's in heaven as you brush it. Some hairs are sticking to you, but you don't mind. In fact, quite a lot of fur is sticking on you. You try to brush it away, but it won't come off. Guess you're up next for a bath yourself? You try to ignore the fur and finish with the cat quickly, but more hair keeps sticking to you. Your hands, your arms. Before you realize it, they're covered in fur that won't come off. It's thick enough that you try to just yank it off, but what? Pain lances through the spot you tugged at. Upon closer inspection, you see that the hair is growing out of you. You can actually feel it now. Fur growing out of your back, your neck, your face, your eyes, your tongue, even growing inside your throat. As you collapse and start to choke on the thickening fur in your esophagus, the cat leans up to lap at the fur growing on your forehead, grooming your hair as thoroughly as you did for it earlier. You think you'd be sweet if you weren't currently losing air. Still, it feels nice at least to be looked after and cared for in some way, even if it's just a little while longer. The cat's careful grooming is the last thing you feel before you're no longer able to breathe. Ending 15, self-care buddies. Alright, and now let's get on to ending number 14? Quickly. Cats don't like water, you think, so a quick wash would be the way to go, right? You decide to do everything at once, filling the tub deep with soapy, bubbly warm water, a quick dunk here, a short scrubbing there, then rinse and dry. The cat won't even know what hit it before everything's over. You open the door and click your tongue, beckoning the cat inside. It quickly scampers in, curious of the new available setting. You close the door, so it won't be able to run out and make a mess of the apartment. Steeling yourself, you roll up your sleeves. You lift the cat and carry it over to the tub. Your plan's already compromised as the cat starts to struggle in your hold. You probably should have held it so it couldn't see the water. Bang! It scratches at your arms. You knew it wouldn't be happy about the water, but you didn't think it'd be this irate. Still, as mad as it will be at you for a little while, you know this is for the best. A deep scratch at your bicep startles you, making you drop the cat into the tub. Shoot, kitty! The cat doesn't reemerge, hissing and yowling like you thought it would. You rush over and dunk your arms beneath the soapy surface, searching for the cat. What if it bumped its head and blacked out? It would drown. But you don't find the cat. Instead, you watch as the water starts to darken. At first, you think it's just dirt from the cat. You feel a little vindicated about your decision, but the water darkens further and further until it looks like you filled your tub with black ink rather than water. Even the soap bubbles are a translucent obsidian now. Something's not right. But as soon as you had this thought, whoa, you just felt something tug at you from under the water. You try to pull away, but your arm won't budge. Whatever it is, it pulls you closer toward the water. You try to use your free hand to release the drain plug, but when you dunk your other arm in the water without thinking, it's grabbed too. Both hands restrained, you can't get any leverage to force yourself free. You're dragged into the murky waters of the tub. You're dragged down, and down, down further still, much farther than it should be possible for your bathtub. You can't breathe. I think you can't see either, but as you draw your final breath, you think you see what has been pulling you down. Something resting deep, deep down below. Something waiting for you. Ending 14, Bath Hater. There you have it. And now, back on to where I was. Now, the cat looks hungry, so you decide to feed it. You're regretting not stopping for food earlier. Oh, by the way, yeah, we nearly stopped for food, but then, again, like I said, it was like a familiar little voice in the back of my head, little back of my noggin, being like, it wouldn't matter if you did anyway. Be a useless waste of time. You're regretting not stopping for food earlier, as you don't have much left. Grocery shopping day is tomorrow, after all. Sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. You head to the kitchen and click your tongue, ensuring the cat follows after you. It leaps nimbly onto the kitchen counter and watches as you search for meal options. Let's see. You find some things you expect. A can of tuna in the pantry, some leftover meatloaf in the fridge, and... What's that? You realize there's a tightly sealed Tupperware on the bottom shelf of the fridge. You don't recognize it. A foul odor is leaking from the container. Whatever's inside can't be safe for human consumption. The cat seems to be excited about it, practically salivating over it. Still, you're the caretaker here. You're the one who needs to decide what's best to feed a hungry cat. So you'll feed it. Cats like fish, right? Shrugging, you take out the tuna for the cat and the meatloaf for yourself. You put the frankly ominous container back in the fridge. The cat looks a little disappointed. Tough. You'll need to dispose of that weird whatever it is later. You open the tuna and spoon it onto a small saucer. You put the saucer on the kitchen counter next to the cat. You don't think you should be encouraging it to eat up there, but you figure it'll make up for electing not to feed it the toxic goop it wanted. The cat looks like it finds the tuna acceptable. You'll take it. Eat up, kitty. As the cat digs into its meal, you go about heating up the meatloaf in the microwave. While setting the time, you hear. You turn and see the plate is completely empty. Whoa, that was quick. You need to pace yourself. What the? You watch baffled as the cat continues to hiccup, causing little bubbles to float out of its mouth. Okay, which was my thoughts exactly. That's okay. You can process this. It's not completely out of the realm of what's possible, right? Right. Best not to think too hard about it. Soon enough, the room is full of the floating bubbles. The cat releases a final tiny bubble before yawning and laying down right there on the counter. Well, glad you enjoyed it. The bubbles haven't left the room or popped. They seem to be pretty resilient. Wait, what? What's that? As one of the bubbles floats closer to you, you see that there's actually something inside it. Tiny, furry fish. This is just getting weirder and weirder. Still, can't help but marvel at the impossible wonder in front of you. You lift a hand. You extend a finger towards the bubble. Carefully press it against the surface. The little fish inside lashes out, viciously sinking tiny fangs into your finger. It doesn't really hurt that much at first, but then... What? Pain starts to climb from your finger to the rest of your hand, past your wrist. Could it be some kind of venom? And this is where I left off, ladies and gentlemen, when my computer decided to shit on me. You fling your arm around in an attempt to dislodge the fish, but you accidentally knock your arm into several of the bubbles floating around. More tiny, ravenous fish latch onto your flesh. You stumble back out of pain and a sudden bout of dizziness, only to bump into more bubbles. More fish digging their teeth into your back. It hurts. You're getting dizzy. You've got to get out. You deliriously try to stumble out of the kitchen. But the entire room is filled with the deadly bubbles. By the time you collapse to the ground, you're absolutely covered in tiny, angry, biting fish. Your legs, your torso, your arms, your face. The pain is unbearable. You can feel it in your skin, and your teeth, and your eyes, and your hair, and it's so consuming. You can't even feel yourself convulsing, crying. You don't black out. Your eyes are still rolling up into your skull when you gasp out your last breath. Ending 8. Fish out of water. That was cool. I like that. Alright, let's pet the cat. It's not every day you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. What else is there to do but pet it to your heart's content? Sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. The cat dashes over to you, immediately climbing into your lap. Poor thing, you just wanted some attention, don't you? You carefully pet the cat. A rub behind an ear, a scratch under the chin, a smooth sweep along the back. You keep petting the cat in your lap, enjoying this bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. I actually did do this before. My computer deleted all of my amazing, wonderful footage. But I went and I did something else, and that's when I went and gave it the tuna. So let's keep petting it and figure out what happens. It's gonna fuck me up, isn't it? You keep petting. The cat leans away from your next head pat. It's trying to get out of your lap. Oh no. I'm gonna keep petting it. Yeah, it's not happy with me. When you scratch under the cat's chin, it bites at your fingers. You might be bleeding, but really barely hurts. More of a warning than anything. The cat struggles in your hold. It's watching you closely. I'm gonna be like one of those like toddlers that like drag at the cat like as it pets it, like just the most like vicious petting. Keep petting the cat. The cat bites off your finger. It hurts. You're definitely bleeding now, but for some reason, you just can't stop. You don't know what it is. Its fur is so much softer than you realized. You'd think it would be shining in the faint light of your living room, but it's as if the darkness of the cat's black coat is sucking in all the illumination around it, rendering it completely null. Your you're drawn to it. Like you're somehow holding a deep, dark abyss right in your lap. It seems calmer now, munching on your severed finger. The stump between your thumb and middle finger is leaking. But you keep petting. You fret that your blood will ruin its fur. The cat no longer seems to mind. Time passes. It's dark out now. Soft as the fur is, your palm has started to feel raw and damp under the constant friction from your petting. You think faintly that maybe you've had enough. You start to lift your hand from the cat, when in a flash,
My whole hand! My whole hand!
your entire hand is separated from your wrist. It flops onto your lap beside the cat. The cat's claws and its front right paw glisten with crimson liquid. You don't feel it for a moment, but your body tenses, anticipating the pain as you blankly watch the cat lick at the bloody palm of your severed hand. It hurts. It really, really hurts. Then the cat looks up at you, and you feel compelled to keep petting. You're reluctant, but you're also afraid of what will happen if you don't heed the call. What will you lose next? You try to resist again, petting. You were hurt for your insistent petting earlier, yet now you've been hurt for trying to stop. It defies all logic, but that's what scares you. There's no reasoning with such fickle whims. You feebly try to raise your uninjured hand to pet the cat, but it stiffens, golden eyes glinting dangerously. Well, alright then. Raise your bleeding stump and resume your petting to the best of your ability. You pet, and you bleed. You pet, and you bleed. You pet, and you bleed. You petted. You. Ending 7. Personal boundaries. I think that's a good place to stop. We got what, like 4 endings in that? Sure, my computer made me feel like a piece of shit because it is a piece of shit, but you know, I had fun. I had a lot of fun, and I can't wait to play this again. So, thank you so much for watching. If you want to play Do Not Take This Cat Home for yourself, I will also have the link in the description for that. Thoughts and prayers for me, hoping my computer doesn't do this ever again, because tonight it has been just exceptionally horrible to me. So anyway, if you want to play Do Not Take This Cat Home for yourself, you can. Links in the description, and I will see you next time. That'll be all. Bye-bye. I swear to God. I swear to God. Are you the problem? Are you the issue? Has it gone beyond the realm of video games, and are you now just taking over everything I know and love?